Really quick before the breakdown, I just want to say that this study will only include still images because PBC is very strict when it comes to copyright, and my channel already has 2 strikes until the end of February. So with that said, there's really only one very general concept we can learn from the knockout sequence between Jeison, Rosario, and J-Rock Williams in their fight. That general concept is the strategy of fighting in the pocket by beating your opponent to the punch and countering their counter. Like I said, this is a very general strategy and is very basic, but if you apply this strategy when fighting in the pocket, the idea is that you will find yourself getting the first punch and the last punch during firefights in the pocket. Winning exchanges in the pocket not only will help you win rounds, but if you get really good at it or possess insane banana power like Rosario, you can even score knockouts. So let's take a look at this sequence. So we see Rosario leads with the jab to initiate the exchange and force J-Rock to respond. And of course, J-Rock responds with the counter, but Rosario was anticipating this counter, so you see him just barely dodge it here. So Rosario counters J-Rock's straight right counter with 2 left hooks on the same side that is now open from J-Rock's right hand. Since J-Rock just resets after the counter, Rosario got the first punch in the sequence and the last punch. Now Rosario starts it again, throwing a jab to force J-Rock into another exchange in the pocket. So we see J-Rock counters the jab with his own jab, and once again Rosario sees the counter coming and counters with a right hand over the jab and a left hook right on the belt line. Notice that Rosario always counters with more than 1 punch in each of these exchanges. J-Rock tries to counter back with a right uppercut, but Rosario sees it coming since the right uppercut is the most logical counter to the left hook to the body. Rosario comes back with a right hand that J-Rock manages to barely avoid, but just like the previous exchanges, Rosario likes to counter with more than just 1 punch, which we're about to see. J-Rock tries to counter the right hand with a left hook over the top, but Rosario was already committing to a left hook of his own. An excellent counter to the left hook is another hook when throwing at the same time. Since Rosario was throwing his hook in combination, his hook reached the target first. And this was basically the end of the fight here. And for those of you who are skeptical of this concept, here's Floyd Mayweather using it against Canelo Alvarez. Normally when Floyd leads an exchange, he prefers to punch, then either clinch or step back to prevent a counter. But here we see him lead with a jab to draw a counter right hand over the top from Canelo, which he anticipates so he can counter Canelo's counter with a left hook on the opening. Just like Banana Rosario, Mayweather landed the first and the last punch in the exchange. And so by leading and beating your opponent to the punch, you force your opponent to respond by countering, defending, or eating the punch. This in turn allows you to control the pace of the fight, especially if you start exchanges with the game plan of countering your opponent's counters. It's a very basic strategy, but as you can see, it can work at the highest level. Now if you'll excuse me, I'm going to buy some more bananas for some, hopefully for some more power. As always, thank you all for watching. If you liked what you saw and want to see more, please subscribe to the channel and you'll get to see more. I'll see you guys all in the next one.
Yes, I know it took way longer than 9 months, but fuck it, it's all in due time. I turn a blunt to a road with dreams of being a beagle. Don't want to, I need to. You gotta learn to keep it so equal. When you come up in a place where everyone got a piece but ain't peaceful, this is just part 1. Wait till the sequel.